Entering Week 6 of the NFL, the NFC East looks like one of the most competitive divisions. Up to this date, the New York Giants are 3-2, Redskins 2-3, Eagles 2-3, and the Cowboys 2-3. So, looking at all four teams have legitimate chances to still win the NFC East. I don't think any team has really separated themselves. Starting with Dallas, who was a team that obviously started 2-0. You can really see that on defense with Greg Hardy, despite all of the off-the-field issues and the comments about Tom Brady's wife, whatever you want to talk about it, immediately gives them an element to their defense that they did not have before, which is a pass rush. Immediately comes in, gets 2 sacks on Tom Brady. The one thing that I feel like is really preventing them holding them back, which is extremely obvious, is the lack of playmaking ability. Tony Romo in and of itself being a very good quarterback, buys time in the pocket is probably his best attribute. He's able to slide and just extend the play, which is something that you can obviously see Brandon Weeden can't do. Des Bryant as well. They're playmaking wide receiver. This offensive line can only do so much. Teams obviously know that they want to run the ball and keep it short. So if Dallas can hold on until more so Tony Romo can get back. I mean, Des Bryant's a phenomenal receiver, but you can see that this team is lacking a quarterback, lacking a leader on offense to bring everything together. So if Dallas can hold on, the defense is giving them enough. It's just they have to get this line and this beast running game going that they had last year, or I just don't see them winning the division. If they can hold on until Romo gets back and they're in a competitive state, they'll be in pretty decent shape to probably get a playoff spot. Looking at the Redskins next, Redskins defense has looked very well. Their run D especially has been top notch. If the Redskins can get something from their offense in terms of getting Deshaun Jackson back, who is one of the few players in the NFL that demands coverage. He can shift coverage even without even getting the ball, and obviously adds a deep playability that they don't really have at the moment. Losing Jordan Reed the previous week hurt because obviously it's someone that Kirk Cousins wants. The running game, there's honestly looks like they're going by whoever has the hot hand, which keeps all the running backs on their toes and keeps them fresh. So Gruden has done a very good job with the running game. It's just Cousins is extremely erratic. He's not consistent, and you can see with obviously playoff contending teams, one general consensus that they all have is consistent quarterback play. So if he gets Jordan Reed and Deshaun Jackson back, adding some playmaking ability to their offense, the Redskins would be in good shape to contend for a playoff spot because their defense is doing a very good job at the moment. So that's a big thing to look out for with the Redskins. Which we do next? The Eagles. The Eagles at 2-3, despite all of the preseason hype around this incredibly prolific, dynamic offense. Their 2 wins have come when their defense has forced 3 turnovers or more. So despite all the attention on the offense, the running game got going with Ryan Matthews when he had over 100 yards, and recently with DeMarco Murray was when they got turnovers. They were able to run the ball, and I don't think that's necessarily a recipe due to Chip Kelly. It's fundamental winning football. If your defense can win the turnover battle, especially to the degree that they did in their wins, you are inherently in a good position to win games. So if their defense can keep turning the ball over, their offense will be in good shape. Their running game simply won't get going. I think they're just misusing DeMarco Murray. They're using him as an east to west type runner, and this is a guy who's a bigger back who is not able to create separation in this east to west style is going to be caught by linebackers and D tackles. It's just the nature of the game. A guy like LaShawn McCoy, who they got rid of, who's an east to west back, would be better suited for this because his speed can make up for the lack of distance. He can be shiftier. Murray can't overpower D linemen and linebackers. Last year with Dallas, when he had this amazing offensive line that got him to the second level, these hybrid linebackers and players in the secondary cannot tackle a DeMarco Murray in space when he's 10 yards downfield, which is why he was so good. So maybe they can fix this offensive line and get the run game going. If you get him to the second level, he'll do very well. It's just using a big back like this in an east-west type system does not fit his skill set. I think Ryan Matthews would be a better fit, and you saw that in their first win when he had over 100 yards rushing. But if this defense can keep the Eagles in it, maybe they can have enough time on offense to get things going, to get things gelling. I think if their offensive line were to just fix itself somehow, the offense would come around. It's honestly ABC fundamentals of offense. If your offensive line does a good job, you're in pretty good shape because it sets up the run, then it sets up play action, and everything kind of falls into place. And finally, with the Giants. The Giants, who in their first 2 losses were up 2 scores late in the game, have won 3 straight. And their defense is number 1 in terms of yards per game in rushing. So they've done a phenomenal job. Landon Collins has looked extremely good, their second-round pick, who was a first-round grade, in the box as a run-stopping safety. Done a very good job. Eli Manning has been extremely good this year. I think he only has 1 interception, over 10 touchdowns. Very consistent job. Their offensive line, especially Justin Pugh, of late has done an extremely good job breaking out and being used in that right guard position. You see him a lot of times on these big runs, comes out from the guard position to the side of the field and creates a good hole. Their offensive line's finally starting to gel. The defense is stopping the run extremely well. The big thing with them is that the secondary. Colin Kaepernick came into this game with a horrendous TD interception ratio. He was a interception turnover prone quarterback and looked really, really, really good against the Giants secondary. He had 273 yards and 2 touchdowns in the air. They held him on the ground to only like 20 yards rushing, and prior to that game was averaging about 50 rushing yards a game. So they did a very good job stopping the run. They've done a very good job stopping the run. Big problem, though, is the secondary in terms of defending the pass has just been extremely porous. And that's going to be an issue because if not only if you want to contend for a playoff spot, but if you want to legitimately have a chance to, hypothetically speaking, make the playoffs and then make a run in the playoffs, they're not really doing a fantastic job generating pressure. And if you can't generate pressure, you have to be able to stop teams throwing the ball on you with good corner and safety play. And they don't have that either at this moment. Landon Collins is a very good box safety against the run. He's not that great in pass protection. The corners have been being beat, and the lack of pressure it's a recipe for disaster. If you play one of these Green Bay Patriot teams, you're not going to beat them at this point in time because it's a pass-happy league, and it'll always be a pass-happy league from this point forward. It's just the way the league is shaping and the rules are bending the game to. But at this point in time, all 4 teams are separated by 1 win or 1 loss, whichever way you want to look at it in the column. So this is very much a wide-open race, and each team has significant holes that they can improve on. So whichever team, honestly, can improve on the most, or if Dallas can hang on long enough to get Tony Romo back, of course, Des Bryant, who might come back earlier, who just had a stem cell injection in his foot to help it recover, is probably going to come out of this division the winner. But that's just my opinion. I want to know what you guys think. This is Abba with All Things Sports. I'll see you guys later.